Lord.
Oh, that's good too.
I'm here to convince you not to go.
Well, that's not helpful at all.
Yeah, well, this is not irresponsible. It's not at all.
Why wouldn't you think so?
Because it's crazy.
What's so crazy about going to Somalia to spread the gospel?
Well, first of all, it's dangerous. Especially going to this country. You could get yourself killed.
I could be killed here.
Yeah, well, this will only raise your odds. Have you seen the stats on how many missionaries get killed each year? It's pretty high.
The odds? Do you really think that I'm gambling with my life?
Gambling? No. But yeah, gambling. It's like walking down a dark alley flashing wads of money. You just up your chances of being mugged.
Well, that wouldn't be a wise thing to do. That's like testing God.
Right, and that's exactly what you're doing by going to this country to spread the gospel.
How is spreading the gospel not wise? And how are you testing God by spreading the gospel?
Alright, maybe it's how you're going to spread the gospel.
You don't think I haven't prayed a lot about this decision? I've been called to go. It's God's will for me to go to this country.
But this country, it's like throwing pearls before the swine. I mean, seriously, have you read the stats on how many people don't even leave their religion for Christianity?
Even if just one person comes to know the Lord, there's rejoicing in heaven.
Then there are stats on how many live below the poverty level.
By whose standards? God will provide for all of my needs.
And then there's stats on how many have bad health because of shabby health care and dangerous insects.
Where do you get this stuff? You can't believe everything that you read on the internet. And even if the statistics are correct, who cares?
Well, all I can say is, I guess I'm gonna miss you.
Aww. You know what? Let's read 2 Timothy 1, verse 2. Or verse 12, my bad. Sorry, I said that wrong. For this reason I also suffer these things, but I am not ashamed. For I know whom I have believed, and I am convinced that he is able to guard what I have entrusted to him until that day. We're going to suffer for the sake of the gospel no matter where we are. When it's my time to go be with him, then I'll go. But if God has something for me to do on earth, he'll see that I stick around.
But why must it be you?
Well, all of us are called, not necessarily to go to the same place, but to do the same thing. We will all suffer for the sake of the gospel. That's a promise, and it shouldn't take us by surprise.
Aren't you scared at all?
If I was putting my trust in the statistics of the internet, then yeah, I would be scared. But I'm putting my faith and trust in God's word and the promises of God, who is all-knowing.
Well, I mean, that puts things into perspective, but I'm glad it's you and not me.
You know, if I was putting my trust in my own strength, I would be afraid. But I'm trying very hard to put all of my faith and my trust into God, who is all-powerful. But, so what about you?
You're not so funny.
I'm not joking around. What are you willing to do for Jesus? How far are you willing to go to let someone know about the saving power of him?
Well, like 50 miles, maybe.
I'm not necessarily talking about a physical distance. What about in your actions or in your conversations with people?
Now you're getting a little too close to the comfort zone there.
So why are you so concerned about comfort?
I get a feeling that my priorities are not in order, so I need to research this.
I suggest that the Bible is the only resource for you to read.
I'll be checking into that.
Great! And you'll pray for me?
Yeah, well.